Hello, Joy Olson of Blockbuster Fundraising, and welcome to Facebook Live, our first Facebook in November, our first Facebook Live. And you know, once we hit November and we've gotten through Halloween, daylight savings time, and possibly the first frost, it's officially the holiday season. And for nonprofits like us, it means it's also the time for year-end giving campaigns. More than ever now, just like retailers, we're expanding the timeline for our final fundraising campaign because now we've got Giving Tuesday on November 28th, the big kickoff, and then it ends midnight December 31st. Nonprofits receive 50% of their annual donations between October and December. Well, why is year-end giving such a big deal? Because we receive 50% of our donations this time of year. It makes sense to align with the holiday season. That's one of the really big reasons for year-end giving, because the holiday season is a time of generosity and giving back. It makes people feel good. And at the end of the year is marketable because it's ripe for good storytelling. And of course, it makes it a little bit easier to come up with your campaign theme because after all, it's the holiday season. Okay, secondly, year-end giving gives nonprofits an opportunity to use a big chunk of their resources to meet their annual fundraising goals. And it gives donors a last chance to get a tax-deductible gift out the door. Fundraising at its core is like any other marketing effort in that it relies upon making a connection with your donors. And since 70% of Americans find direct mail communication more personal than digital forms of communication, a personalized mailer is an obvious choice for achieving maximum donor impact. Millennials, hey, they like direct mail too, with over 90% of the millennials considering it a reliable source of information. So you can be sure a direct mail appeal will allow you to reach a wide audience. Printing too has really evolved considerably over the last few years. It gives you so many format and personalization options, and I think that's so much fun. You can do all kinds of great things with your envelopes, etc., etc. And two, of course, of the most popular forms of your direct mail fundraisers are your appeal letters and greeting cards or postcards. Well, which one should you use for your campaign? Well, of course, you want to have a fundraising letter campaign because it is important and it really does work. One thing I've noticed right now in 2017, starting even the last 2 weeks of October, people are getting out there early this year. The days of waiting to be the first piece of mail the day after Thanksgiving, forget it. Those days are long gone because now we've got Cyber Monday and that follows Black Friday and then Giving Tuesday. So you really do need to, I think, right now, 1st of November, get that first annual appeal letter out. The second one, maybe December 20th, a nice gratitude, sweeter, end of the year holiday letter. But right now, you need to get that first big annual appeal letter out there. Okay, so even though nowadays, we're all texting and the days of handwriting detailed personal letters to communicate with your personal contacts, those days are long gone. We all agree. But there are still times when sending letters are extremely effective. And one of those effective occasions is when you're sending a direct mail nonprofit appeal. Letters are still viewed by your donors as a personal form of communication, and they offer a chance to speak to your donors in a candid, heartfelt, and enthusiastic way. Let's talk about a few letter tips. Okay, appeal letters are the most effective for continuing your relationship with established donors. Since they have given previously to your organization, they are much more likely to read your appeal letter. They've shown an interest in your nonprofit. They've made an investment, and they will want to learn about the developments and the impact of the gifts that they've made. For example, I just got a letter from the Salvation Army, and I do a monthly gift program, and then sometimes I donate in honor of someone, and when the hurricanes came up, I did hurricane donations. And today, when I opened my first annual appeal from the Salvation Army, guess what? I had a little slip of paper that said, here is an impact report on what we've done with your hurricane money so far. I was so excited. So, your best audience for your appeal letter is the group of donors that you expect will make a contribution. And some of those donors are likely going to make a significant gift. Regular donors can usually be counted upon to give the same amount from year to year. And they're more likely to increase their gift than to decrease it. Did you hear that? So what that tells you is your story, the way you craft your appeal, give more value to what you're doing together, what you can do together, and you're likely to get a bigger gift. Giving this group a more extensive explanation or exciting story about what you want to do, about what their impact would be right now to donate, and the value of them continuing is very likely to get you a really super nice gift. When do you mail? Letter mailings are flexible, and we've talked about that, but you know that you're going to have your number 10 envelope, maybe with a picture or something fun on it, and your letter, maybe a couple pages long. You'll have your number 9 reply envelope. You'll have your little flyer with the extra opportunities. This mailing is really important, and I think you should send it out as soon as possible. And make sure in your letter that you kind of guide your donors through the rest of the mail piece so that they know what you want them to do, because you always want to tailor your letter to what your donor expects and has worked well in the past. It makes it easy for them. So this wouldn't be the time you'd want to try some real new unexpected way to give. You want to make it very easy. And remember that personalizing any part of this mailing is so extremely important. It really is. And make sure that the address is done. Do it with the NCOA. Ask your print house to do that. There's a lot of technology right now that makes all of this so easy, and you need to use that technology. Your donors, especially your consistently loyal donors, they look forward to hearing from you throughout the year. They're actually looking forward to your annual appeal. And there's a reason that these people support your organization. You represent a part of them that feels needed and appreciated at the same time. People love to help and support the causes that are meaningful and close to them. So now through December is the signature holiday fundraising season, and you know how important it is. So you know that so many gifts, at least 30% of your gifts are going to come in this time of year. So and then remember too that don't be afraid to mail this appeal, this letter in November, and then another one in around December 20th, because 70% of people, of donors, believe they receive too many emails. But when it comes to direct mail donor correspondence, including your appeals, you cannot mail too often. If you make it fun and exciting and get them interested, they're looking forward to it. After all, they've got an investment in you. They want to see what you're doing together. Well, let's talk just a short minute about fundraising greeting cards, because I think that would be a real fun way to, around Thanksgiving time, to send out a greeting card, even a gratitude postcard. And as long as it's personalized with the right name and the right address and warm and fuzzy, it can be very effective and trigger more visual cues when compared to a letter, because you'll have a big image and make it fun and touching. So greeting cards do allow you to connect with donors by reminding them of your organization, and then it emphasizes the importance of each donor's individual impact in a more visual way. Your image. You're going to use your image, your visuals, instead of the written word. A few more greeting card tips. As we've just said, they have strong visual potential. And while an appeal letter can include many visuals, and should, an image, at least one, about your main character, about your main protagonistic character, an image is a main component of a greeting card and the first element a donor will see. So choosing a strong visual will grab the reader's attention immediately. Recipients are going to spend some time looking at it, and if the image sticks in their mind, your organization will be remembered. A card is also a great place to feature images of an artwork possibly created by individuals who benefit from your organization's mission, your services. So make it personal. Just like with your letter mailings, today's digital printing technology allows a greeting card style mailing to be personalized as well. From a salutation to start the message, to variable text and key message and locations, and even using variable imaging. Now, let's talk about major donors, because treating your major donors extra special is very important. Remember the Pareto principle, because often 80% of your donations come from 20% of the donors, your major donors. So crafting a card, handwriting a short sentence or two, and signing your name can go a long way towards making a positive impression on your donors. You could have your staff all sign the card or send it from an individual rather than the organization to add even more of a personal touch. Sending a personal card to fewer donors can have more of an impact than sending to a larger audience. 80-20. Remember that rule. Well, I think that this is hopefully giving you a little exciting catalyst to get going on your annual appeals, because you really need to get started, because everybody is out there. They are going fast this year. And you know, it's also wonderful to remember too that we do have this extra week between Thanksgiving and year end. So that gives you some extra time too to really make a great impact and do some clever, creative fundraising. So you want to stand out from the crowd. I'll tell you, there are a lot of nonprofits out there, and there are a lot of nonprofits that are sending holiday cards, and it's likely that your donors are going to receive lots of mail this holiday season. And of course, the month of December is the most popular time to send holiday cards. So don't send the holiday card in December. Send it at Thanksgiving, and then send them that really beautiful, wonderful letter again at the end of December. All right, well, this is just so exciting to talk about and get excited about, and Remember too that when you talk about these ideas, there's more than one way to tell your story, and both of these formats possess their respective strengths for making a connection with donors. Just do something, experiment, get that out there. Your best choice, I think, is to mix it up and try both. And then guess what? You can measure and compare the results, and next year you'll know which works best with your donors. Okay, well, I'm excited about this today, as you can probably tell, and I wish you a great week of fundraising here. I know you've got a lot of goals and a lot of things to do right now. And speaking of goals, you always want to remember, center your campaign around a specific number. Have a dollar amount, have a goal that you hope to raise, or perhaps donors, have a percentage of donors you help to increase. Have goals. These numbers are helpful for measuring the progress that you make throughout the fundraising period, as well as what adjustments that you are thinking about making. And remember, you don't wait. You got to start your campaign early, because it gives you more time to develop this compelling sequence of appeals. Because we're just talking today about the direct mail. We're not even talking about all the wonderful emails that you're going to do. So I guess lastly, remember that each of these pieces we've talked about, the letters and the postcards, even though they're going to be somewhat different, they echo the same theme. And that means colors, images, and key words. You want to inspire emotion in your donors. So frequently include an image and a story of someone who has benefited from what you do there. Tie it all together. Okay, and this is Joy Olson saying, I'm going to let you go now, because I know you have a lot to do. And I start talking about this and I get all excited. I think, well, I'll throw this in and I'll throw this in. I wish I were right there with you to help, but just remember your sense of urgency, remember your personality, because two key ideas should be at the forefront when you're developing your content right now. Is you want to give your donors the sense that your message is vital and pressing, sense of urgency, and the notion that their particular contribution is imperative to your success. You can't do it without them. And you want to write in short sentences, use powerful verbs. That's going to aid you in getting your story across, but readers aren't going to get lost in large paragraphs of text. So remember that. That's a really good tip right there too. And as a fundraiser, you remember, I know this, that the letters are all about the donors. But it's not always easy to find the right combination of words that will make your letters donor-centered. It's tempting to make your letter about the needs, the successes, and the goals of your organizations. And of course, your donors want a bit of information about that, but in order for that annual appeal letter to accomplish its goal, it must lead to a gift. The letter should be focused on crediting your donor for your organization's achievements. And that letter needs to play to what the donor believes in and wants to accomplish by giving to your organization. So you're going to use words like you and your many times throughout your donor communications, and that is critical. Remember personalization, that is terribly important. No dear friend, it's dear Joy, dear Joe, dear Matt, dear Debbie. Personalize that letter. Refer to their past gift, their interest, anything that you can do that will help connect. All right, I promise I'm going to let you go now. Let you get back to work. Joy Olson here of Blockbuster Fundraising. You can find a lot more fundraising tips at joyolsongroup.com. blockbusterfundraising.com, and we have hundreds of free fundraising videos on our Blockbuster Fundraising YouTube channel. So check us out. We're rooting for you. We're excited about your 2017 fundraising success. So here's to you, and see you again soon. Bye-bye. Thanks.